North Hills comes in with a record of 0-2-0. Kirk Carruth on your Panthers High Def Television Network, along with John Sarabella on the camera, and we welcome you to our second broadcast of the season. I hear the first game has not been on yet, so you might have your fill of hockey this week with back-to-back games. Panthers again undefeated. Big story of game number one was number 42, Barrett Kaib, with the speed aspect. Also, the Panthers were without the services of their goaltenders, and Esherick who played roller hockey, had to fill the void and came away with the victory. Max DeRora, normally our first string goaltender, still nursing a hamstring injury. And the Panthers this evening will have goaltender number 1, Rob Petruska, in goal. And we've got no clock here, so apparently they are aware of that and will be keeping the 15 minutes time on the sidelines, but no clock working here in the facility. Looks like we have the services of Bagdy, number 23, back here this season. And again, the Panthers were classic Upper St. Clair team, where they wore down the team after first 2 periods of play. Big game for the two Jameses, James Joyce and James Klein. Joyce having the hat trick, and James Klein having 2 goals on the first victory here, home game of the season. Play a little sloppy between both ends. No direction here, where, again, the all-important Panthers' first goal here. Seems like the Panthers really flourish when they get that early lead here. Panthers sporting their home whites, trimmed in black and gold, black and red. And the beautiful Red Wing-like red and white jerseys of North Hills. Oh, a power move right there in the slot by the North Hills player, and a good save in front by the defense. The Panthers will clear the zone and will be guilty of the first icing here of the evening. Number 97 looks like the captain of the North Hills. Sure if they're Indians. Sure what they're at. North Hills Indians. Faceoff is controlled by our Panthers. And again, clearing the length of the ice, but icing this time will be waved off. Heavy hit there in the corner by Sersosimo. Play comes back to center, where it's going to be gathered in by Schneiders. Play is going to be dumped in behind goaltender number 82 for North Hills, Al Zayed. Still no shots on goal here, pretty much on both ends. Just play seems to be dominated here in the corners. Sersosimo is going to try to mix it up here in the corner. Play comes around to number 33, Mendelson. A first look at Mendelson here this evening. Play comes back to the point where Eric Surma tries to keep it in, but unable to control, where Kaib, the fast skating player, will pick up the mail. And a good play by the defense, number 97. Number 97, Stein, captain of the North Hills team. Panthers again will start it out with Surma directing it ahead to Kaib, where he's going to leave it to the hair flowing in the breeze, McKelvey. And oh, he takes a power move of his own. And that play neatly came off his blade, and a shot right on, and a good save by Al Zayed. And it looks like we're going to have an offside play just ahead of the play, and we'll do it again outside the blue lane with a face-off. Play comes back to center where it'll be banked in, where number 81 for the Panthers, Bogert, take a heavy hit in the corner and he'll lose his edge. Another Panther down, number 18, Murray. Physical game here. Finally going to take a power move of his own as Bagdy tries to make a move to the slot. Going to be picked up by the assistant captain, number 6 for North Hills. Play is loose. McKelvey tries to pick his pocket, but to no avail. Kept in neatly at the point by number 72 for the Panthers, Schneid. Finally going to be skated back in a big-time shot, and that's going to come off the mark. Blocked by Bogert, and he's feeling that effects. Play comes back to McKelvey at center, and he tries to wheel and deal around the defense. Play comes right back to the blue line. Nice pass to Klein, and a shot on, and a good save. And finally, James Klein with the first golden opportunity there for the Panthers. But a better save by Al-Zayed. And we'll face it off to the left of the North Hills goaltender. Oh, a little nifty move there. Shot on. Oh, another big save by Al-Zayed. And a good little nifty play there by Klein. Little bit of an a la Dayton player. Markwell with the little toe drag. You can leave, but you can never hide as a former St. Clair hockey player. The memory banks will definitely be brought back to future broadcasts. Oh, what a shot by Sir Sosimo, right on, point blank from 10. And Al-Zayed looks very sharp here in the early goings of the first period. Panthers definitely have had the better of the play here in the last 2 minutes, and his pocket's going to be picked, and Klein's going to come right back on the rush. Oh, and he tries a nifty little Mike Bullard move. Former Penguin shot in front again. Mike Bullard, number 22, back in the days of the 80s for the Penguins. Quick change is right. Oh, and they're going to be caught in a little offside. And the Panthers had a good opportunity there, catching North Hills there in on a line change. So we'll face it off. And the face-off will come outside the blue line. That's at the center ice area. Quick moving first period here. I'd love to tell you how much time is left, but it feels like it's a quick moving first period. And we're going to have a little bit of a penalty here. I think Bagdy's going to get the gate here. Sure if it's going to be an interference or a little bit of a hooking call here. Number 23, Mike Bagdy, will get the gate. And the Panthers will find themselves shorthanded for the next 2 minutes. Face-off controlled by North Hills, but unable to keep it in the attack zone. Play comes off the blade and cleared neatly, and a good play by number 97, Stein, to bat that out of the air like a play comes back again to center here, and a good job by assistant captain number 82, McKelvey. Panthers seem to be out hustling North Hills, beating them to the play. But they've got a shorthanded situation here, and score is still 0-0. Good play by DeGangi in the corner. A centering pass right on the tape. Shot on. Oh, blocked in front again by DeGangi. And a big-time play by number 19, who seems to be getting taller as we speak. Boy, I tell you, when you get that growth spurt between the 9th and 10th and 11th grades, it's just very, very evident. And DeGangi seems like he's put on some weight. And boy, I tell you, they're going to get a power play goal. A shot from the point, and it hit the arm of goaltender Petruska. And North Hills is going to take the lead at 1-0 on a power play goal. And 51 seconds were remaining in that power play. So at the 1:09 mark, they were able to score. Well, they had the time up, and now they got the goals up. So this is really interesting, where you have a functional scoreboard for the time and for the, apparently for the power play, but no working clock here. Well, the Panthers need to strike right back here. Had the better of the play, and once again the shorthanded situation for Upper St. Clair comes back to haunt them here early in the game. If there has been a knock on St. Clair teams in the past, it seems like penalties have always been a problem for the Panthers. A very aggressive team. And again, I continue to say, when you play the top tier teams like the Bethel Park and Mount Lebanon's of the world, that is one thing you can ill afford to do, is take penalties. So we'll see how the early season breaks out here. Sir Sosimo's going to lead a rush back captain. Shot right on, and a good save by Al Zayed. And he'll hold on for a face-off. And they'll do it to the left of the North Hills goaltender. Controlled by the Panthers, comes back to the point, and a good shot on. Here's a mini breakaway. Be careful here. Shot on, oh, just goes wide, and I think Petruska got his blade down to save it at the last minute, and that could have been a backbreaker here early for the Panthers. And have picked up the mail here by Bagdy, and he'll lead the rush back 3-on-2. Shot's going to go wide, deflects off the fence onto the glass. Be tied up here in the corner, going to be helped out by Bagdy. Power move, in front, and a good move there by Bagdy. Almost and a crushing check by number 82, McKelvey. And he got the better of that hit as the North Hills player went down. Back to the point, shot on, rebound, it's loose. And there is no rebound. Number 21, Esherick, get a good look at him now on the right point. Last game he played, the home game, again, used to play roller hockey goal, and he filled in admirably on game 1 of the Panthers season and came away with his first victory on the varsity level. Deflected in front, and another good save here by Al Zayed. And a good shot on the left point by Sermon. Will do it again. Well, he finally dropped the puck, as they'd yell at the Penguin games. Chet, the referee, after deliberating for it seemed like an eternity, finally cleared the North Hills player out just when he was ready to take the draw. And the Panthers end up controlling the draw, but have to regroup in their own zone. Finally, play is going to be gathered in by the left point, taken by number 11, Alex Joseph, picked up by our own number 11, James Klein. Mixing it up here in the corner. Good play by Sermon. He'll tie it up down deep, helped out by Sir Sosimo. Finally comes over in the corner to Kaib. He's going to lead the rush back 2-on-2, and he's got Klein streaking, unable to control. Going to take it, play in by himself. He looks to center. Finally comes back to the point where Sermon will rag the puck. Back to Kaib. 5-on-5. Kaib with a shot. Rebound. It's loose. Play comes back to the point. A big drive deflected. And a screenshot. Goaltender never saw that play, and it deflected into the corner. Panthers look like they're on a power play here. Brilliant pass from the corner by Klein. And boy, he's playing an excellent first period here. And finally, North Hills will get the heat out of a hot kitchen, and they will be guilty of an icing play. And we'll have a change in troops, and we'll face it off back in the North Hills zone. Face-off controlled by the Panthers. Taken by McKelvey in front. Oh boy, and that just whistled wide again. A centering attempt comes by the mark, and once again North Hills just content here, John, to ice the puck. And it seems like the Panthers, who have put early pressure on and had better quality shots, but goaltender Zayed Al-Zayed, easy for you to say, is having a great first period here for North Hills. Bagdy chips the puck back into the zone where McKelvey will play it in the corner. Taken by number 81 down deep for the Panthers, Bogert. Play comes loose, centering pass to McKelvey, a shot on, score! And the Panthers answer back. It was just a matter of time. Several quality shots, and I believe they got a rebound, and the Panthers tie it here at 1. You had McKelvey, Bagdy, and number 18 for the Panthers. Murray down deep. I'm not sure who got the goal. Might have been a rebound situation. And once again, not only do we not have a scoreboard, but we have no announcer. Again, a Panthers with another excellent attempt here. Be careful here. Good play by DeGangi as he kind of lost the puck at the right point, but a good play to disrupt a sure breakaway. Going to be helped out by Surma, his defense partner. And Panthers right back here on the attack, where Sersosimo is going to take it down to left wing. Play comes loose in the corner where Kaib will mix it up. Got Barrett Kaib against 3 North Hills player. Finally going to be helped out by Mendelson. Play comes back to center, where DeGangi will leave it. Picked up by Sersosimo. 2-on-3. Drop pass, but nobody home for Kaib. And North Hills will lead the rush back 2-on-2. Good defensive play there. That's how you play the body, John. Classic number 19, DeGangi, playing the body and not looking for the head fake or the puck movement. And he rode the North Hills player hard into the corner. Taken by Mendelson, and he's going to lose his edge. Helped out again by Kaib and a couple Panthers there on the right board. Shot's going to go wide where Surma will pick it up. He'll bank it around the corner, and he looks for Kaib. North Hills doing an excellent job on the forecheck. And finally, Kaib will lead the rush out of the zone. Picks up his own pass. Got Sersosimo trailing. Oh, and a little bit too little bit of a head of steam, lost control, and the play goes into the corner here. And he's doing it all. Picks it up. Shot on, goes wide. It's been the Barrett Kaib show here, and he's gassed. He'll look to change up here, where number 23 Bagdy will come back on the ice, and oh, be careful here. A hellacious check, and he lined him up from the blue line. Shot on, and a good save by Zayed. Al-Zayed with a big save and a big heavy hit there by Bagdy in the corner. Play comes back to the corner where Schneiders at the left point will bank it behind the goal. Going to be picked up by number 18, Murray. Play comes back to the point where Esherick and a rebound. Oh, what a save. I thought it went in from the angle. And number 82, McKelvey, had a golden opportunity. Goaltender Al-Zayed is without a stick. Tremendous pressure here by the Panthers, and looks like North Hills would be better served to ice the puck. Goaltender still without a blade here, and he's playing with the services of a defenseman's stick. So we've got a defenseman without a stick out there. Goaltender blade in the right corner. Mixing it up with Bagdy. Be careful in the front here. Bagdy's going to pick it up. He wheels around. Oh, and a good pad save by Al-Zayed. It's all Upper St. Clair here. Goaltender Al-Zayed still with no blade, and finally going to be chipped back to center. Taken by Stein, a shot, comes by the mark of Petruska, and a good save by goaltender number 1. And a big hit, a collision there at center, and that'll do it. And wow. You got buzzers going off, and I don't know how a buzzer could go off with no time, but apparently it was a manual buzzer.
Right after the hit.
And a big-time check at center ice, and we find ourselves knotted at 1. Tale of 2 different periods. Panthers come out exceptionally strong in the first couple of minutes. A little bit of a lull. They take a penalty. And to North Hill's credit, they cash in on the power play. And the Panthers come right back to tie it at 1 after a key save that could have made it 2-0 by Petruska. And I believe it was the next shift or shift after where the Panthers answered right back to tie it here at 1. Special congratulations out to former Mount Lebanon number 10 high school player Tyler Murovich, who I've come to find out has made an OHL professional team in Michigan and had a 7-point weekend. And that, my friends, could be a name that you will be hearing one day, perhaps in the NHL within the next year or so. Great young man. Many know that Ralph Murovich is the owner of our home rink, the Ice Castle here, a beautiful facility in Castle Shannon. Taken by Kaib here in the right corner. Centering pass taken behind the goaltender. And a quality shot there, and a beautiful big-time move there by number 9 of the Panthers. James Joyce. So that's our first look at James. So he did not play the first period. Not sure if it was a late arrival or sometimes if number 9 James Joyce, sometimes if practices are missed for other reasons, coaches seem to make a player sit out for a first period. So I'm not sure what was involved, but James Joyce indeed is on the ice and had a quality shot. Assistant captain number 9, a big move there, backhanded shot, rebound in front. Joyce can't corral it. It's still loose. Going to be taken by Kaib in the corner. He looks to center it to Shersosimo, but nobody home. Finally comes back to the point where Surma will chip it back into the corner. North Hill's having a difficult time clearing the zone. Finally going to be taken around the corner and going to be controlled by number 11. And a hellacious check right in front by Kaib. And boy, the sticks and gloves were up high, and what a hit. And the physical play is really picking up here, and a big time check there by Kaib. Yeah, definitely sending a message perhaps from a end of the period hit on our own Panther. Seemed like the elbow was high, and these are games, John, where you have to be a little careful. It kind of reminds me of the Baltimore Ravens, Pittsburgh Steelers chippiness, and boy, I'll tell you, they are hitting them today, folks. And these two teams generally play each other each year, and they really don't like each other. It seems like you've got that north-south rivalry going on here year over year. And whether it's NA or North Hills, it's still North versus South.
I see Grody in there too. He wasn't in first period.
Play is going to be taken back. Leading the rush, Panthers number 18. Is Murray. Finally comes back to center where Boger tries to take the play. Comes around the corner and Gralty, our first look at Gralty, number 6 on the ice. Taken in a good blocker save by goaltender number 1, Petruska. And he'll hold on for a stop and play here with a couple minutes gone by in the second period. Face-off controlled by the Panthers, where Jeremy Bourgeois, another player on the ice for his first shift here in the second. And you gotta love that name. If you've got a name Bourgeois, you've got to be a hockey player. Shot on by Bourgeois, and a nice save again by Al-Zayed. So he seems to be seeing the puck extremely well here. And a quality shot from 10, but a better save by the North Hills goaltender. Very nice crowd for St. Clair. Boy, I'll tell you, for game number 2, it must be winter because it's getting cold out there. Panthers filling the rafters here. And a lot of new faces, John, in the stands. Play is going to be taken down deep, and a centering pass goes by the mark, and a good play by Esherick, number 21, to direct it across the crease. Play is going to come back where Esherick will just dump it down deep, where Bagdy will look to chase in the corner. Heavy hit in the corner. Picked up by Esherick. He'll chip it back down deep, and he'll look to change. Taken by number 25, Gideon, and he'll wrap it around the corner. And I think we've got the services back here of Gideon and Bagdy after a late suspension in the playoff game against Mount Lebanon. So I believe this is both of their first games back. Game number 3 here in the 07-08 season. Oh, and a big-time check again on Surma. And the North Hills players applaud. And Surma was put over their glass and their board. And the hitting, John, has really, really picked up here in the second period. Oh, what a shot-on save by Petruska. And he was screened. And this is end-to-end action. Be careful here. Play goes into the corner where Surma will play it. Going to be helped out by number 11, James Klein, and he'll lead the rush back. Taken by Joyce. And we've got 3 Jameses out there, DeGangi, Joyce, and Klein. And you think this job is easy. Taken by Sersosimo, we always know Rocky. Going to be helped out by Klein. And finally, North Hills just clears the puck back to center. Play is loose, and Surma will bank it back down deep, where it'll be picked up by number 5 for North Hills, Michael Morse. Finally picked up by James DeGangi. Dumps it back to the defense, and they'll bank it back, but not out of the zone. Play looks a little sloppy here at center ice, and North Hills will ram it in on a delayed offside, where 3 of the forwards had to check and tag back up. Finally going to be helped out by number 22, Captain Rocky Sersosimo. Good move there by Joyce, and he can stick handle. Number 9, assistant captain, will lead the rush, and he's got, what a pass to Sersosimo, rebound. Oh, and a picture-perfect play. You couldn't draw that up any better. Very unselfishly, Joyce gives it up right on the tape of Sersosimo. And good end-to-end action as the North Hills player drives it right on Petruska. And we'll have a stop and play with your score 1-1 here in the middle of the second period. Face-off controlled by the Panthers. Going to be picked off by captain number 97, Stein, and he's going to lose his edge. And it looks like that'll be kicked in on an icing call, and we'll do it again. Panthers guilty of icing. Face-off taken in the left face-off circle again. Panthers doing an excellent job controlling face-offs. Year over year, a Panther trait and a big-time strength for Upper St. Clair. Going to be helped out by Murray. Number 82, McKelvey mixing it up, and that's going to be chipped around and into the meshing. And we'll have a stop and play and face it off again to the right of goaltender Al-Zayed for North Hills. Panthers skating 5-on-5, control the face-off again. Going to be picked up by number 33, Mendelson, and he wheels and deals. Going to be helped out by Murray. Taken back to the left point, and a good play there by number 72, Schneid. Picked the mail up by number North Hills captain Stein, and he's going to whistle it just high and wide. Comes back to the point where Belke will play it. And it looks like we've got a penalty here, an interference call. And it looks like the Panthers could be guilty of their second infraction here of the evening. And it looks like number 72, Robert Schneid, is going to get the gate. And North Hills will go on their second power play here of the evening. Controlled neatly by North Hills. Shot's going to go wide. Schneiders plays it in the corner, but North Hills will corral it. Skating 5-on-4. 1:47 to go. So we do, John, have a working clock with the penalties. Maybe we have some burned out lights. That would be a lot of lights. You're a carpenter, we need an electrician in the building. If that was the case, I'd say who won the 1985 Kentucky Derby? And the answer is Spend a Buck. And we've been in rinks where they weren't willing to spend a buck. What a shot on, rebound. Oh, big time, 2 saves there by Petruska. And he shines here with 1:06 to go here in the power play. 2 point blank. Beautiful scoring opportunities for North Hills. But Petruska said no, and here we go on a breakaway. 2-on-1. Joyce comes back with Kibe trailing. Wrister. Oh, and Big Ben strikes one. And that hit the top of the crossbar and deflected into the meshing, and a golden opportunity for Joyce as he wristed it from 15. And you could hear the sound of the pipe. The goaltender's best friend all the way up here in the booth. 51 seconds remain in the North Hills man advantage. Your score is 1-1. Going to be taken by DeGangi behind the goal, and he shoots it the length of the ice. Goaltender Al-Zayed will come out and play it, where he looks for number 11, Joseph, back at center, but a good play by Murray here, a centering pass as he was looking for Sersosimo, but that'll go by the mark. Going to be picked up by number 20, Christopher Karras, and he'll take it down deep as he drops it back to the right point. Back in the command position, Karras, and he looks to center. Wide angle shot, and tried to actually bank it off Petruska's right skate, and that kicked back into the corner. Belke's going to take it at the left point. Penalty's over. Back to skating 5-on-5. McKelvey back on the ice here with a quick change from the penalty Number 56 will take it down deep. Going to be picked up here by McKelvey, and he'll get the hair flowing, and he's taken off the mark, and a good play by Stein to bank it back down deep. North Hills definitely having the better of the play here in the last 2 or 3 minutes. Oh, and a wide angle shot by Murray, but a better save again by Al-Zayed. And boy, I tell you, that those North Hills goaltenders, I always have remembered good goaltending in years past. The name escapes me. But they used to have a goaltender for North Hills that had that mask, kind of like what Hossack wears. Kind of looks almost like a fencer's mask. Has to be one of the ugliest masks, by the way, in hockey. But Hossack, quite a goaltender for the old Buffalo Sabres years past. Taken by Bourgeois, and he's mixing it up with 3 players. Come on the left wing there for Gideon, going to be helped out by Bagdy. And he takes a power move into the slot. Oh, and Big Ben strikes one again. And 2 goal pipes within the last minute here. One by Joyce, one by Bagdy. And North Hills dodges 2 quick bullets to take a 2-1. Panthers would have taken a 2-1 lead. Heavy hit there in the corner. And boy, what a physical game here on both sides of the play. And they're dishing out checks like the first of the month here. Got a penalty here coming up. And it looks like that penalty is going to go on North Hills. And we're going to get a hooking call. And the Panthers will go on a power play here of their own. And it looks like number 97, Captain Stein, will get the gate. And the turkey is definitely on the table, and McKelvey apparently getting looked at by the paramedic in the penalty box. He's not in the penalty, but that's generally where they will look at a player if injured. And we'll have to keep you posted on the services of number 82, McKelvey. 1:45 to go here in the Panther man advantage. Middle of the second period, we think, until we hear the buzzer. Shot on Joyce, and a good effort there, and a big save by Al-Zayed, and he's really a big-time goaltender, seeing the puck extremely well here this evening. Taken back in the command position by number 9, Joyce. Gives it up, a shot from a wide angle by Kaib, goes by the mark. Going to be picked up by number 18, Murray, and he looks for the wraparound. Decides to go into the slot where Kaib will take it. He's going to wheel around, goes from the backhand to the forehand shot, score! And what a shot by Kaib! And that was all Barrett Kaib, number 42, as he took a power move of his own. And he took it in the slot from 20 and wristed it home. And the Panther will answer with a power play goal of their own and take an all-important 2-1 lead. And right back on the attack. Panthers dump it down deep. Very impressed by the Panthers, John, here. Answer quickly with 2 goals and could have been many more. Panthers hit the pipe twice there in the second period as well. Good play by Surma as he'll thwart off a North Hills attacker. Gives it up to defense partner number 19 to Ganji, and he takes a hit. And boy, the North Hills Indians are finishing their checks here. Back to the point where Surma's unable to control, and he's pulled down with no call. Hit again from behind. Back to Gralty. He's going to give it up for number 18, Murray. Looks for a feather pass, but blocked. Back to the point where DeGangi will play it. Comes off his blade and comes back to North Hills. 2-on-2. Back to the point where Karras takes a shot, and that'll deflect weakly into the corner. We picked up by number 8, Eric Surma. That comes off his blade. Taken by Stein. He's got Ringling trailing. Good save by Petruska. Oh my! And Ringling wraps it into the meshing from 15 feet, was point blank, and just missed the upper right-hand corner. And a good opportunity for North Hills. And we'll face it off to the left of goaltender number 1, Petruska. Face-off controlled by North Hills, and we haven't said that much this evening. Play is behind the goal where Sersosimo mixes it up with Theo Schneiders. Finally going to be controlled, but not out. Good play by Stein to keep it in. Going to bank it back in the corner where number 42, Stiebler, will play it around the corner. Kept in neatly again by Stein. Back in a shot right on, and a good save once again by Petruska as that puck came out to Ringeling. And a better save by Petruska. Panthers 2, North Hills 1. Probably got a few minutes left here in the second. I'm kind of feeling it. Once again, we have no clock. Shot on, good save, rebound, score. Way too easy. And the Panthers are going to get the tally. I think Estrick's going to get the goal on a rebound right out in front. Came back to number 21, and he rammed it home. And the Panthers go up 3-1. I think Brian Estrick got that goal. Well, goaltender Al-Zayed has been doing a fabulous job here, John, controlling the rebounds, but unfortunately that shot on came right back out in the slot. And Estrick said he drove it home into an empty net, and the Panthers take an all-important 2-goal lead. And that play is going to be stopped. I think the net came off the mooring there as number 72 Schneid was checked into the goal. So we'll face it off to the left of the Panther goaltender. Face off again, controlled by North Hills. That's 2 in a row, but picked up neatly by number 81 Bogert. Back to center, nobody home. Backhanded, controlled in front by Bourgeois. Play comes off his blade. Play is a little chippy, and the Panthers once again have a 3-on-1 that develops. Bagdy leads the rush. Centering pass, excellent play by Grom. Number 21, the defenseman, who he was back 3-on-1. Play comes back to Bogert, and a centering pass by the mark of Bourgeois, and the Panthers and North Hills will streak back. Actually going to be called here for an icing play. And apparently he dumped it home behind the red line. So we'll have a change in troops, and we'll face it off in the attack zone for the Panthers. Face-off controlled by the Panthers. Joyce with an excellent opportunity. Rebound shot by Gralty. Oh boy, and a golden opportunity and a very quick whistle. That play was still loose in front, but the referee lost sight of it. And Joyce was crashing in for a... And I tell you, they're calling the goal. They must only have a few seconds left here in the second period. They pulled the goaltender, and generally they'll do that if there's 2 or 3 seconds left. They win the draw, and that'll do it. And a little bit of extracurricular here at the end of the second period. And again, the referees really, John, need to take control of this game. Again, tempers have been short and the hitting has been fierce. But it looks like we'll skate off with the Panthers enjoying a 3-1 lead. But we were only in the Concord like for about. But the Panthers enjoy a 3-1 lead, and they'll take it in to the third period against the North Hills Indians. And I believe I'm still working on these last names here for the Panthers. I believe I've been calling the goaltender Petruska, but I think it's Petrescu. So my apologies to our Romanian goaltender, Petrescu. Well, they say hockey's an international sport, so we better learn the language and the verbiage, if you will. Big hit again by Kaib, and boy, I tell you, he has been dishing them out. And it looks like he might be called here for a late penalty. Going to have an elbowing call. And I'm not sure if that will be on Kaib, but that was a late call. Panthers will indeed get the gate here. Panthers will find themselves shorthanded for the next 2 minutes. And North Hills will go on their third power play of the evening. Number 21, Escherich's going to get the call, so that did happen away from the play at the center ice area. Faceoff is controlled once again neatly by the Panthers, but picked off by North Hills. Jones will take the play in the corner. Banks it around in the corner in a command position. Oh boy, and a centering pass and a good job by Surma to tie up the offensive player right in the slot. Picked up again in the corner, back to the point. Good play by Gideon, and he's going to check the North Hills player off the mark. Cleared the length of the ice, and Gideon will get there first. Almost picks the goaltender's pocket. 1:24 remains here in the man advantage. Dangerous pass comes through the slot. Going to be picked up by number 97, Stein, but cleared the length of the ice by Surma. Bank it into the stomach of number 5 for North Hills. Morse. Picked up by Captain Stein. And he'll rag it in the command position. Looks a centering pass, going to hit his own player. Going to get his own rebound, and a nifty little play by Bourgeois. And he's going to send Gideon streaking down the right corner. Good play by Morse as he's going to pick up the mail. Going to be picked up by number 42. For North Hills over to Ringeling, and boy, he collides with Surma. Ringeling got the better of that hit. Play comes loose to number 25 for North Hills in the corner. Right in front, oh boy, and Murray with a golden opportunity. Shorthanded with 10 seconds to go as that puck came off the mark right back to the center ice area, and Al-Zayed with a good save. 2 seconds to go, and that'll do it. Back to skating 5-on-5. Panthers enjoy a 3-1 lead here. It'll be taken by Belke, number 56. Drops it for Stein. He'll take a big move. Shot on, and Big Ben struck one for North Hills. And that hit the pipe from 10 feet. And the Panthers dodge a bullet there. Play comes back to center. And that's going to be chipped up into the Panthers bench. And we'll have a stop and play here in the third period. Panthers enjoy a 3-1 lead. Face off to the center ice area taken by Bourgeois. Be controlled by the Panthers where Bogert will chip it back to center. Going to be dumped in by North Hills. Where you've got number 72. Schneidel play it around the corner. Going to be picked up by Bourgeois. 2-on-1 develops with Bagdy trailing. Taken by Bourgeois to Bagdy, and that play comes by the mark. Got down probably a little too deep. Backhanded shot right off the mask of the goaltender Al-Zayed. Good shot by number 23, Bagdy. And John thinks I'm making that goaltender's name up. But it is plain as day in print. I told you we've gone international with the goaltenders. Petrescu and Al-Zayed. Centering pass. Oh, and another golden opportunity for North Hills. And a big-time play there by number 72, Schneid. North Hills putting the pressure on here, and they're going to start taking, John, looks like some chances here as they're sending some players down deep. Generally, that creates golden opportunity coming back in a breakaway opportunity. A lot of 3-on-1s and 3-on-2s can develop out of that situation. Boy, you look at number 28, and all I can think about is your son Anthony at that left point. That number now being carried by Schneiders. Oh boy, and I tell you, it looks like wanted a penalty called here, and a good play by the defense. Escherich's going to steer that puck into the corner. Going to be helped out by Murray. Very impressed with number 18, Murray, who seems to play, John, both ends of the ice here. Good cross-rink pass over to Schneiders. Play comes to Gralty in the corner, the right wing on a left. Oh boy, we got a penalty here. Could be a holding call. And it looks like North Hills here will be guilty of an elbow. And the Panthers will go on their second power play here of the evening here in the third period. Three to 1 Panthers lead. Penalty to number 97, Stein. He'll get the gate captain of the North Hills team. 2 minutes for elbowing. Little confusion here. We've got 6 players here on the ice. They're finally going to wave Murray off. And they're going to send number 23, Bagdy, who neatly wins the draw, but clears it back all the way, where DeGangi will corral it behind goaltender number 1, Petruska. Petrescu. I'll get it. We're shaking off the microphone rink rust. It's been a while. Big move by Kai. Backhanded shot right on, and he's looking for his second tally here of the evening. Taken by Sir Sosimo back to center, and he'll dump it back to number 19, James DeGangi. Going to be dumped back into the zone and cleared the length of the ice. And the Panthers still on the man advantage with 1:10 to go here in the power play. DeGangi will lead the rush back to center. Take it across the blue stripe. He's going to wrist it high and wide, and that's going to hit the meshing. And we'll have a stop and play and a wholesale line change with 58 seconds remaining in the Panther power play. Face-off controlled by the North Hills Indians. Little nifty little pass there. Headmans it right to himself. Comes in shorthanded. Oh, and right off the pipe again. I think that play hit the crossbar. And once again, the Panthers dodge a big bullet here. Panthers having 2 goalposts of their own in the second period, John. And North Hills hitting the pipe here in the third themselves. Looking at a future Penguin, number 20 Armstrong. And they bring him out in all sizes. A wonderful crowd here to watch the Panthers' third game. Face-off controlled by the Panthers. Going to be taken by number 18, Murray. Deflected right on. A rebound shot. It's loose. Shot on. Oh, what a save by the defense. It's still loose and score. Murray's going to ram it home after a 4th effort. And the Panthers tally their second power play goal of the evening. And what a barrage, John. 4 or 5 quality shots, and Murray finally tickles the twine. And the Panthers take a commanding 4-1 lead. Once again, very impressed by number 18, Christopher Murray, a freshman. ninth grader. And he has been all over the ice, getting a tally here and an assist, I believe, earlier on the goal with number 82 McKelvey getting the goal. So you've had McKelvey, Kibe, Murray with some tallies. Kibe's going to take it down deep. Looks like we have another penalty situation here, and North Hill is going to be flagged again here with a power play. Another penalty, and the Panthers again will go on a two-minute advantage here in the third. And they'll send out the power play troops. And the Panthers enjoy a 4-1 lead here in the third. Faceoff controlled by the Panthers. Gralty will take the draw, but unable to keep it in. And it's going to be chipped back to the length of the ice where Petrescu will play it. Better is right. Taken by number 42, Kibe. Goes end to end a la Ian Joyce. Backhanded shot by Sersosimo will go wide. Two Panthers collide in the corner. Draw on applause by the North Hills fan faithful. Taken by Kibe, number 42, with 1:22 to go in the man advantage. Tried to connect to number 23, Bagdy, and that came off his skate, and Karros will drive it down deep and look to change up. 1:09 to go in the man advantage. Kibe will wheel and deal across his blue stripe. Takes it the length of the ice. Tries to split the defense. He does. Backhanded shot goes wide. He'll be helped out by number 6, Tim Gralty in the corner. Play comes back to center, but I know to keep the play in at the right point is DeGangi, so he'll regroup at center and drive it down deep. Driven the length of the ice where Petrescu will play it. Be taken by number 21, Esherick. And I think Esherick was our 4th goal scorer here of the evening. Just trying to think of the 4th. Kibe, Esherick, McKelvey, and Murray, the 4 goal scorers of the evening. Taken by the freshman, number 18, Murray, and he'll streak down the right wing with the left-handed shot right on back to the point where Kibe takes a drive. It's loose, and Bourgeois tries to corral it. It's all Upper St. Clair here. 1 second to go in the man advantage. We're back to skating 5-on-5. Shot's going to be deflected into the corner, back to the right point where Kibe looks to wind up. He decides to chip it into the corner where Gideon and Bourgeois corral it. Oh, and boy, little gamble there on defense. Comes back 2-on-1. Oh, and a good play by Bourgeois to get back in the zone. And the net will come off the mooring as Bourgeois lost his edge. And a brilliant play by number 97, Jeremy Bourgeois, to break up the 2-on-1 break. Play is taken by North Hills and pulled off their blade with no call as Stein goes down. Picked up by number 97 again, and he'll take it behind goaltender. Oh, and a nifty centering pass is just going to go through the crease. Be chipped back to center. Good play by the Panthers. And here comes Mendelson, number 33, with a drive shot on, and a good save by Al-Zayed. And in the third period, we'll face it off. Panthers lead 4-1. Panthers playing very disciplined hockey here in the third period. Keeping the penalties to a minimum, and here comes a break again, a gamble on defense. 2-on-1 breaks out, shot on, big save by Petrescu, and I tell you, boy, North Hills attacks that goal, and a few of the Panther players take exception. But a big-time save by the goaltender, and he looks extremely sharp here in the third period. Face-off taken to the right of Petrescu. Another shot on rebound, score! And he was unable to control the rebound. He had it at first, John, and was kind of falling back on his skates, and that puck came right out in the slot, and it was rammed home, and North Hills gets their second goal here of the evening, and the Panthers now lead 4-2. And not sure how much time here is left in the third period. A weird day here. You've got a functional scoreboard with the period and the goals and the penalty minutes, but for some reason the game clock has not worked the whole evening, and we've been kind of winging it here. It feels like there's about 4 or 5 minutes to go here in the third. And with 4 or 5 minutes to go, we have a special guest, a former guest Upper St. Clair announcer, Mr. Jeff Morrow.
What's going on, Kurt? They cut your time out. You don't even know how much time's left in the game.
We're playing it by feel here, but boy, I tell you, these two teams really don't like each other. The hitting has been fast and ferocious and pretty physical and end-to-end game here.
Yeah, you know, I have a couple chances to watch St. Clair play this year, and I watched North Hills actually beat North Allegheny at the St. Margaret's tournament. North Hills is pretty physical, but you know, I'm impressed by St. Clair. They look a little different physically than they have in the last couple years, and I don't know whether that's just an influx of new players, but they really look like they have some solid skaters.
Yeah, we've seen a couple players obviously didn't play the first period. I don't know if that goes back to missed practices or what, and now it seems like they played the second. You haven't seen much of them, Jeff, here in the third, but very impressed with the you know, obviously scoring ability. 4 separate goals by 4 different players here this evening.
Yeah, and that balance is important. I mean, I think you're seeing that Coach Fryer, Coach Steedle, Biancanello, they're going to use the bench a little bit more, and they have the numbers. So that will bode well for St. Clair going down the stretch when you get into those games against the Bethels and the Mount Lebanons of the world. So. But I've had a chance to get out and look at some teams, so we're going to talk about that in a minute. And I'll let you go back to your.
Yeah, and that seems to be where the St. Clair strengths have been in the past. I know sometimes high school, whether you like it or not, it seems like a lot of these teams play their best 7 or 8 players, and come the third period, I don't care who you are, you have to be winded, where I think St. Clair's teams in the past have made it to the Penguins semifinals, the Penguin Cups, have been when they have been sporting those 3 solid lines. Oh boy, and a broken stick right here at center. Gralty's stick snapped in half on a tremendous hit, and once again the physical play today has been unbelievable.
Well, and here's the thing that's going to help St. Clair, all right? You have a kid like a James Joyce, and we see the Kibe kid that's a freshman. I mean, I'm really impressed with him. But, you know, if they get more work out of the bench, it's going to keep those players fresh for when they need them going down the stretch. And Dave will, and Ron and Lou will be able to use those guys in key situations. And when you get against the Bethel Park, you want to have a fresh James Joyce and a fresh Garrett Kibe and Michael McKelvey and Rocky Sersatsimo, these guys. If you have them fresh, they're going to be able to make good plays.
Stein with a point-blank shot. Oh, boy, and they attacked the goal. No goal. And Petrescu says no as they pulled the goaltender. So once again, there may be a minute or so left here in the third, and a very impressive save by the Romanian goaltender, who I've had his name wrong all game, Petrescu.
Yeah, and that's another thing. I mean, Max DeRoer's on the shelf, and we know Max is a terrific goalie. But Petrescu, if he could come in and he could, this is like kind of what the Penguins are going through right now. If he could come in and he could give quality minutes, then it's he and Max, and they're working as a tandem, and they make St. Clair that much stronger. And I think in the past you've seen a lot of nice goaltending tandems for St. Clair, but this is going to be another one with Petrescu and DeRoer.
Again, it looks like a timeout has been called here by North Hills. still pulling their goaltender in favor of the extra attacker. Panthers clinging to a 2-goal lead here. And once again, just the physical play here this evening has actually been fun to watch. And probably have let a couple of checks go here. They've been hitting hard and been a good physical, hard-fought game.
Well, you know, Chet Steen, who's refereeing the game tonight, and Anthony Obanowski are very experienced officials. They've been around the track. I consider Chet one of the best in Western Pennsylvania, in my opinion. The guy is absolutely a great official. He interacts with the players. He doesn't take a lot of guff from the players and the coaches respect him. And I think that's what makes Chet, watching him do a game, is really a pleasure, because he does let the kids decide the game.
We'll face it off to the right of the Panther goalie. Face-off is controlled by North Hills, and a quick wrister from the left point, and Gralte's able to get it back to the neutral ice zone. Going to be taken by Morrison. He'll drive it down deep. Good play there in the corner by number 28, Sneeders. Not sure again how much time is left here. Oh, a centering pass. He's lost it. And a quick whistle and no goal. And once again from the corner, a wide angle shot. And they crashed the goal, but it looks like Petrescu comes up with it. And we'll have a face-off with the score still 4-2.
And there's a situation where Chet Steen, he's right in there, and the kids separate, and he talks to them, and right away you see the kids walk away. Whereas you may see a couple punches thrown, you don't see that with Chet. So it's good for both teams.
Well, you've seen this extra attacker out here, so they must have cleared him with well over 2 minutes, Jeff, to go here. Panthers may be called here for icing, and they are. And again, many think they have the man advantage, but when you pull the goaltender, you're still skating even strength. And the Panthers cleared that the length of the ice and will be guilty of icing, and they'll bring it back to the left of the Panther goaltender. So who looks hot in the AAA ranks now?
Well, I think, you know, right now I'm looking forward to Monday night. Monday night you have Pine Richland taking on Mount Lebanon, and that seems to be the top teams at this point. But, you know, North Allegheny won the St. Margaret tournament, and, you know, they look like a strong team, and they actually beat Mount Lebanon in a double overtime shootout. So, you know, North Allegheny's going to be there, and you know Bethel's going to be there. I mean, Jim McVeigh's an excellent coach. You know he's preparing. They have pretty much a new team, but you know that Jim McVeigh, there's the end of the game.
And that'll do it. And again, a little bit of extracurricular between Stein and Kaib, but to no avail. And once again, Chet comes in and takes control of the game. A little bit of chippiness at the end of the game, and you'll have that. Right. But overall, a very, very well-played game, and the Panthers come out on top. Very impressive. After going down 1-0, they answered right back here this evening.
Well, now 3-0, okay, and now you'll start to they have a couple more games that I think they can handle, and you know, they're going to get into the meat of the schedule here, Kurt. I think you know, for Dave Fryer, it couldn't set up better for Upper St. Clair, because it's relatively a new team, a lot of new players, and to have St. Clair start off 3-0, it's a nice start, but he's been able to learn some of his players, start to use his depth, and build what he hopes to be a team that's going to make some noise, and that's what we hope for St. Clair.
And I don't know if you noticed, but a special shout out to another retired number here, Brian Weaver, number 5 for the Upper St. Clair Panthers, and not sure if you remember Brian, but quite a tribute to the St. Clair
family from the Flight 97, I think.
427 from US Air, right?
And you know what? It's always important to remember those folks, okay? There's a young man that has been gone for 16 years as far as out of the program, but he was a part of Upper St. Clair hockey for years, and it's great to see the program recognize those. It's important, the history, and we've talked to some of the folks. I was just talking to Chuck Greenberg today, and Jeff's up at Penn.
Penn is correct.
Yeah, I'm going to get in trouble because he just told me, and you know, Jeffrey and Jack were great players, and you know, you have a lot of great players that came through the St. Clair program. I run into them all the time. I've actually gotten some emails from some guys out in Colorado that played in the very first Upper St. Clair teams. So it's really neat. And, you know, that tradition, remember, we won the what did we win, the 500th game a couple weeks?
That's
we
correct.
Going to see that, and you know, it's wonderful. But that sometimes that's missing in all this. I mean, we all concentrate on, you know, when we're going to win a championship, but you know, the tradition of the club and the tradition of St. Clair hockey continues, and you know, they're off to a good start here, Kurt. I think we're going to see some good things out of this team.
Well, the next time you see Chuck Greenberg, tell him we need him back for his music and his announcing capabilities, because he was certainly a legend here for St. Clair.
Well, we made a promise to each other. We touched base, and I'm talking to Chuck about some things that I'm working on with PA hockey, and Chuck and I made a promise to get to a St. Clair game. So we're going to get here and see you, and hope maybe we'll get Chuck up here in the booth with you.
We'll do it. Well, a special thanks to Jeff for stepping in, and appreciate it as always, and thanks for your hard work for Western Pennsylvania hockey. We truly appreciate it.
Guys.
So we'll sign off here this evening. Panthers with a very impressive 4-2 game here, scoring by 4 separate offensive players, and a tremendous night in goal by number 1 Petrescu. So we'll sign off here. Our next home game is against Baldwin next Thursday night here at the Ice Castle. So for John Sarabella, I'm Kurt Carruth signing off for the Panthers Television Network.